Hey guys, Roxxy Sims here, and I have another speed build for you today. Today, I am building the Glimmerbrook Cafe. So I know in The Sims, a cafe is typically just a coffee shop, but the way that I'm thinking of the word cafe is like in real life where whenever I go to a cafe, it's really just a restaurant that may also serve tea and coffee and things like that. So that is the kind of cafe that I am going for. But I do have this place set up to where you can use it either as a restaurant or you could run it as a cafe / coffee shop, either one, or you could even run it as a restaurant and then hire a barista to just work at that little barista station. So really, the possibilities are endless. No, there's like 3 possibilities, but you get what I mean. You can do it any way that you prefer. If you happen to look for this on the gallery though, I will have it listed as a restaurant because that is the way that I'm going to use it in my own game. Probably because I have to have a restaurant in every world. I just do. Every new world, I make a restaurant immediately. It's one of the only places that my Sims actually go. You know, the only reasons my Sims leave the house is to go eat. So I have to have a restaurant. And also because I am thinking about making a coffee shop / bookstore as well to go in Glimmerbrook because I think that would work really well in this cute little world. So yes, so on the gallery this will be listed as a restaurant. When I was trying to decide what kind of style that I wanted this restaurant to have, I just went and I looked around Glimmerbrook and it was so cute and it just oozed this like fairy tale vibe. And I also wanted the restaurant, I knew that I wanted it to be really cute and cozy and warm, and I wanted it also to remind me of really cute cafes that I've been in my life, and a whole lot of them are this style actually. And which, I mean, it makes no sense. I live in the middle of the United States. This is definitely a European style, but really those kinds of builds are all over where I live, and all the cute cafes look like this, so I knew this was the style that I was going to go for. I mean, this style of architecture, how the roof just like swoops down towards the ground like that there in the front. Beautiful. Absolutely adore it. Huge fan. Building this restaurant makes me extremely happy that we have the get-together pack, because I feel like the get-together pack just goes so incredibly well with this world and with a lot of the build buy stuff that they gave us in this pack. So I really think they go hand in hand. If you don't have that pack, I would definitely suggest putting it on your list. You know, it's a really great world. I mean, I know it's been out for a long time, so it's not like I'm really saying anything you probably don't already know, but just my 2 cents here. I think it's a really great world. Lots of amazing build by items, and Windenburg is probably my favorite world. Maybe. It's so hard to decide what is my favorite world, but if it's not my favorite, it's 2. It's like it's either 1 or 2. It's humongous and you have so many different options. Yeah, I love it. I really love Glimmerbrook too. It's small, but I think kind of mighty, you know? And I mean, it is a game pack, so you're not really gonna get that big of a world anyways, but I do think it's really pretty. They like the glimmering brook that runs through it. Yeah, it's really cute. So anyways, back to the restaurant. I did want to explain the kind of vibe that I was going for with this restaurant. So this restaurant is kind of like my favorite kind of place to eat. So I love going to cafes, and I love going to like ma and pa, you know, like locally owned kinds of restaurants rather than chain restaurants. I mean, chain restaurants definitely have their place, but if I have an opportunity to go to a locally owned, you know, like just ma and pa kind of place, oh, that's definitely what I'm going to go for 100% of the time. As long as there are good options, of course. You know, I am from a very small town. I've said many times, these kinds of places aren't always available. Not good ones anyways. And so when I find a good one, I latch on for dear life. because that's my favorite kind of place. Like, there's this one bakery that's not too far from my house, and it blows me away. This place, amazing food. They have this chicken and wild rice soup that is so creamy and delicious, and every time I go there, I have to order it. It's like I cannot order anything else because this soup is just so good. So that is the kind of style that I was going for. The place that I'm talking about, the bakery, it's really cute and comfy and cozy in there, and that is what I wanted this place to feel like as well. Like, it's kind of not fancy, but just like maybe some real foodies own it, you know what I mean? Like, I really like going to restaurants where you can tell that the owners opened up the restaurant not just because it's like a business venture and like, oh hey, this is a way we can own our own business. No, I like going to restaurants where the owners, you can tell they love food, you know? I mean, that's obviously the best kind of place to go eat. And that is what I was going for with this. And I think the kind of food that I set up the menu and everything, and I went for lots of breakfasty items and some bakery type items, and even a little bit of like German food I think they would have, and kind of maybe a little bit of deli. I know that sounds like a huge mixture of things, but it really is the kind of menu that I would find at these kinds of restaurants that I go to. I wanted the menu to kind of have a little bit of a European kind of vibe to it. I do wish they had more food options. I'm one of those people that every single pack that they come out with, I'm like, what food? What food did they add? You know, because I'm always making restaurants for all of my worlds. So I'm always super interested in what food they add, because the more food types that you have, the more different kinds of restaurants that you can make. So I really wish they would add more, maybe like British food. And they do have some German food options, but I wish there were more. You know, those kinds of areas, I would love if they had more of that style of food. I really think they should add that. I think it'd be great. But to go along with those styles of food, also give me like every other style of food too. There is no limit to the styles of food that I want in this game. I want them all because I want to make every type of restaurant available. I don't know why, but I really enjoy making restaurants. It probably has something to do with the fact that I could see myself owning a restaurant. I know it's like really stressful, so that's like the one reason that would keep me from owning a restaurant in real life. But, you know, it's like something I've played around with in my brain. I think maybe a bakery would be more my style. I really like baking and cooking and all that, so I think a bakery would be really fun to own. If I ever get like a large sum of money where I can buy my own bakery, I just might do it. I'm actually a huge fan of the show The Great British Baking Show. Love that show. It's on Netflix. If you have not watched it, get at it. Especially if you like baking. It is so good. And I'm going to take the stance right here and right now and say that it is better, in my opinion, than American baking competition shows. I mean, I know, controversial. Probably not really. I think everyone loves that show. Anyone that I've talked to who've watched it are like, why can't all baking shows be this good? And it's very true. If you Paul Hollywood, he's great. I just love it. Go watch it. It's great. I feel like too many American competition, like cooking competition shows, are way too dramatic. Don't you agree? If you even watch those, I think that's so much drama that's completely unnecessary. You know, like dun dun dun, as like someone, you know, decides to start over on their cupcakes. You know, like it's like the end of the world, and it's like such like dun 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 dun, dun, you know, like panic-inducing music going on. I can't get behind any of that. And it's the same with like home renovation shows. They're so dramatic when they don't need to be. They're like, oh no, we have to put this beam in that we didn't know about. And I'm like, dude, you should have assumed that the wall was load bearing until you discovered otherwise. How did you not know that you might have to put a beam in? You know, they always pretend that these expenses are, oh, we just didn't know about them, when of course they did, you know. So way too dramatic, all these reality shows, oh my goodness. They irritate me, if you couldn't tell. Well, that was a tangent. Sorry about that, guys. I feel very strongly about this. That's my one and only rant for the day, I promise. Do you ever, go off on a rant and then you completely forgot how you got on that rant in the first place? Because that's about where I'm at right now. I'm like, how did I get here? What am I doing here? Where is this? And, so I had to remind myself, that's right, I'm building a restaurant on The Sims. That's where I am. So, back to the restaurant, I suppose. As you can see, I am going with lots of fall colors. The rust color, the mustard yellow, the oranges and reds and greens. And I went with those colors because, like I said, I want it to be warm and cozy. And what is more warm and cozy than fall colors? I mean, practically nothing, I would say. And also, I'm just really getting in the mood for fall. Yeah, I am a huge fan of fall. You know, it's my favorite season, of course. I know it's everyone's favorite season, practically. But I feel a deep connection to it. I love it so much. I also had a really fun time picking out the outfits for the hostess and the waiters and the cooks. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I did use mostly all of the clothes that came in this pack, the Realm of Magic pack. The clothes, I love the clothes. I'm normally not, no offense to them at all, but I'm normally not that impressed with the clothes because they just are typically not my style, I guess. It has nothing to do with them, they do great, but just personally for me, they aren't normally what I like. But these clothes, now these are some clothes that I can get behind because they are adorable and they come in really awesome colors. I love green. I think it's my favorite. Olive green is I'm always in olive green. And so I love that they have lots of olive green options in these new clothes. And I think the outfits just go really well with this style of pack, and also with this restaurant. I like how they look all together. To all the people on the Sims team who made the clothes for this pack, I mean, bravo. A round of applause to you. I think you did fantastic. I love them all. Like I said earlier, I am thinking about making a coffee shop / bookstore. I even talked about it in my Hogwarts video that I'm thinking about making that. I'm just trying to decide what kind of style of build that I want to go for that one. So I want it to be a little different than this one, and a little variation in the world. So I want to ask, what is your opinion? What kind of style would you want for that kind of place? I'm just having a hard time picking it out. So I really want to make it, but I keep on looking at inspiration photos, and I just haven't found the exact right style to go with so far. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. So yes, I'm planning on making that for the world. Like I said, I already made the Hogwarts style Magic HQ, so that replaced the regular Magic HQ in the realm. And then I'll make a couple houses, and I don't know, maybe another kind of community lot of some kind, but I'm still deciding, don't have plans yet. Oh, if you have any suggestions for that as well, definitely put them down in the comments, and I always read all of them, and I always greatly appreciate them. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what other lots to build. And I really can't wait to be finished rebuilding all of Glimmerbrook, because then I can jump into the gameplay and really see what this pack is all about, I'm very excited to try it all out and make myself a spellcaster and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm also really excited about the rumors that have been flying around about, have you seen this? Maybe university is coming out in the fall. I have been saying this for months that I really think it is going to come out in the fall, and then with these new rumors coming out, I think it's a really big possibility. And I gotta say, I'm excited. I am cautiously optimistic. Yep, that's what I'm going with. I'm an optimist, I think, for the most part, so I think it'll be good. I hope. If university really is coming out, I'm hoping we get some like really wild and crazy college parties. I think that'd be fun. That's my request for the pack if it comes out. Well, guys, we are pretty much done with this. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody!